Welcome back to the game. We're picking it up now with turn number 5. Drizzt has suffered 5 points of damage and is now in hand-to-hand combat with a drow duelist. And as we begin his turn, he's going to attack the duelist with Twinkle. I'm going to try to get this stance token back on here so I can reduce some of this damage. So, look at this. Just want to look this over again. Use when a monster within one tile of you or hero would activate. May want to keep that one in mind since I'm starting to get low on hit points now. Okay, well, let's attack this duelist. Attack number 1. Ooh, a natural 20. Well, I think you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this 20, and I'm going to use my 5 experience points here. So I'm going to turn these cards over. And I'm going to level up my hero after I resolve the attack. The attack does a point of damage and kills the drow duelist. And because that attack hit, or I guess even just for making the attack, I get to put my stance token on Twinkle. The drow duelist is out. We gain the experience for him, which is 2 experience points. We draw a treasure card, which is Bolster. A few words of encouragement. Fortify your companion's resolve. Choose one hero. That hero regains 1 hit point or ends 1 condition. Well, perhaps our hero here is remembering words of encouragement from one of his past companions or teachers, and that gives him a boost. So we're going to use this to regain a hit point. So let's take one of these off, and then this card is discard after using it. And leveling up, we're going to take off these 4 markers and put them back on, because remember, this is tracking damage. And we go to level 2. When we go up a level, we increase our hit points by 2, so our hit points are now 10. So we can take 10 of these damage markers now before we drop. Our armor class has improved by 1, and your surge value goes up by 1. And we get to select an additional Ranger daily power. Well, let me put this down and put the damage markers back on my portrait there, and then I'm going to choose the next power. Well, our next daily power is Twin Strike. Using his 2 scimitars, you can attack an adjacent monster and then attack another adjacent monster, doing 2 points of damage and 1 damage on a miss. So we'll add this to our daily power options. Alright, he is out. And now we're back on a relatively empty board. So let's continue exploring and see if we can find our way out before we are dragged and made into a sacrifice for the spider goddess. Let's go this way. 1, 2, 3. That's going to end my hero phase now, and we're going to begin the exploration phase. We draw a new tile. It's a volcanic vent tile. And as you see, it has a black triangle on it, which now means we're going to have to resolve an encounter card. And I guess the bad news there is that I spent my experience points to level up So we don't have a way to cancel that. But let's go to the villain phase now. The exploration phase is finishing up with our monster placement. Another drow duelist. There we go. There he is. Going to have to fight another one of those guys. Alright, villain phase. It is encounter card time. Let's see what's in store for us now. A Quickling Ambush. It's an event and it's an attack. A fast-moving Quickling strikes, then disappears into the caverns. I believe Quicklings are these really small, I think smaller than a hobbit or smaller than a halfling. These little men and women, I guess, and they run around and we're being attacked. So he's so fast, he's a blur, but there he goes, +8 to his attack roll. I do have my stance token, so maybe this can help reduce some of the damage if I'm hit. But let's see. A 17, that's definitely a hit on my armor class. So we take 2 damage. I'm going to remove my stance token and reduce that damage down to a single point. So instead of 2 damage, I will take 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hit points of damage now, and that card is resolved. Okay, moving on. It's now time to activate the duelist. 2 attacks from this duelist. I think I'm going to use this one. This is a drow utility power, a cloud of darkness. I'm going to use this to magically blind my opponent, and what I do is that monster does not activate. So I'm going to flip this over after I use it, put it down. So as the drow prepares to attack, after watching the Quickling make his attack, he is blinded by a cloud of magical darkness and therefore is unable to make an effective attack against me this turn. So that's going to bring this turn to an end. Please join me for the next.